If you're over 50, you know that a really good night's sleep can sometimes feel, well, like a thing of the past. But what if a simple mineral could actually help you get that back? Today, we're going to talk all about magnesium and how it just might be the key to more restful nights. So let's dive right in.
Oh man, does this look familiar? You know the drill. You fall asleep just fine, and then, bam, it's 3 a.m. and your eyes are wide open. And your brain, of course, thinks it's the perfect time to start worrying about everything. It's so frustrating, and it's one of the most common complaints, especially as we get a little older.
And here's the thing I really want you to hear. It's not just you. You are not imagining this. Sleep does get more fragile after 50. It just becomes more easily disrupted, and it takes way less to throw it off track. So if you feel like your sleep just isn't what it used to be, you're 100% right.
So let's look at some of the usual suspects, the common sleep spoilers. It's almost never just one thing, right? Maybe you wake up because you have to use the bathroom, but then that racing mind immediately kicks into high gear. Or it's those annoying leg cramps or a sudden hot flash that just jolts you awake. A lot of times, these things work together to bust up what could have been a good night's sleep.
Okay, so let's talk about a potential helper in this whole thing. We're going to look at magnesium, not as some kind of heavy-duty sedative, but more like a gentle friend that supports your body's natural rest mode.
This right here is probably the most important thing to understand. Magnesium is not a sleeping pill. It's not going to force you to sleep. What it does is support the relaxed side of your nervous system. It just helps quiet everything down so that sleep can happen more naturally.
So how does it actually pull this off? Well, it pretty much works in three main ways. First, it helps your muscles relax, which is amazing if you get nighttime cramps or tension. Second, it helps balance out your nervous system, kind of shifting you away from that fight or flight feeling. And third, it helps your body manage its stress response.
And I just love this analogy. It's perfect. If all that tension and stress is like a radio that's blasting way too loud in your body, magnesium is like the hand that just gently reaches over and turns the volume down. It creates a much quieter, calmer space for sleep. All right, let's get down to brass tacks. You walk into the health food store, you look at the shelf, and oh my gosh, there are like a dozen different types of magnesium. It can be super confusing, but the type really does matter because it affects how your body absorbs and uses it. So let's figure out which one is the right fit for you.
Okay, this chart is basically your cheat sheet. Just look at that middle column, best 4, and find yourself. Do you feel physically tense, kind of wired but tired? Magnesium glycinate is usually the go-to. Is your biggest problem a mind that just won't shut up? Threonate might be your ticket. And hey, if you're also dealing with a bit of constipation, citrate can handle both issues. But don't forget to glance over at that last column. Be careful if, just to make sure you're picking the best one for your system.
So now that you have a better idea of what type you might want to try, let's talk about how to actually start. This is not about just grabbing a bottle and taking a huge dose. Nope, we want a smart, simple, and most importantly, safe plan. Here it is, your 3-step starting plan. Super simple. Number 1, timing is everything. Take it about 1 to 2 hours before you want to be asleep. That gives it time to work its magic. Number 2, and this is so important, start low. A small dose for a few nights in a row is the way to go. And number 3, listen to your body. It's the best guide you have. Only increase the dose if you feel you really need to, and always pay attention to how you feel.
Okay, let's pause and talk about what is, without a doubt, the most important part of this whole conversation, safety. Yeah, magnesium is natural, but that doesn't mean we can just be careless with it. You've got to use it with respect, especially if you have any other health stuff going on.
And here it is, the single biggest, most important safety rule. If you have any kind of kidney disease or kidney issues, you absolutely must talk to your doctor before you even think about taking magnesium. Your kidneys are responsible for clearing it from your body, and if they're not working at 100%, it can build up. This is non-negotiable. Please talk to a pro.
Another heads up, magnesium can sometimes get in the way of other medications, blocking them from being absorbed properly. Here are some of the common ones to watch out for. The general rule is to leave a gap of at least 2 to 4 hours between taking magnesium and these other meds. But honestly, your best bet is to just ask your pharmacist. They'll give you the best advice for your specific situation.
So, what happens if you start taking it and you run into a little bit of a snag? Don't panic. The solutions are usually super simple. If you get any of these common side effects, 99% of the time, the fix is the same. Just lower your dose. Or try taking it a little bit earlier in the evening.
That simple tweak usually solves the problem.
Now you're probably wondering, okay, but what about melatonin or CBD? Where does magnesium fit in with all that? It's a great question. So let's do a quick, simple comparison of these popular sleep aids so you can see how they're different.
The main takeaway here is that they all have very different jobs. Think of magnesium as the relaxer. It's all about creating calm. Melatonin, on the other hand, is the timer. It's a hormone that tells your body when it's time to sleep. So it's great for things like jet lag, but it's often not that helpful for people who wake up in the middle of the night. They just work on different problems.
And I just have to end with this thought, especially for anyone out there who is focused on staying active and strong. This is so powerful. All your hard work in the gym, on your walk, or in your yoga class, the actual recovery and muscle building happens when you sleep. So getting better sleep isn't just about feeling good. It's a core part of your strength plan.
So as we wrap this up, I want to leave you with this question. Just take a second to think about it. If your body is asking for rest, what's one simple, kind thing you can do to help it relax tonight? Maybe it's trying magnesium. Maybe it's just turning off the TV a little earlier. Whatever it is, I hope you find it. Thanks so much for joining me.